Welcome to the 4C Fitness Show, starring Michelle and Lisa Cass, live from Skinny Man 31 Studios in the heart of Times Square, New York. And now, here are your hosts, Michelle and Lisa Cass. Now get to work.
Are we in? Are we live? Are we
in? We're on.
Hey guys, it's Tuesday, May 27, 2014. Welcome to episode 33 of the 4C Fitness Show. I am Michelle.
And I'm Lisa.
We are so excited to have Julia and Kayte of average2athlete joining us today. They're going to let us all know all about their journey that they went from average to athletes and share their tips and tools for health and fitness success. And I love how you have on your website, eat like an athlete, train like an athlete, think like an athlete, be an athlete. So that's what today's all about. So excited. Yeah.
Very exciting.
Rock and rolling.
For those of you joining us for the first time, Michelle and I began our fitness journey back in 2008 when we auditioned for The Biggest Loser. Not sadly, we did not make it. We are not sad about it.
We're not. We were.
We were.
Yeah.
But we're not anymore.
Not anymore.
Because we look amazing.
Loving the confidence today, Lisa.
We lost 240 pounds combined. And maybe it's the antibiotic speeding me up here, but
nice.
So yeah, and we're here telling you all about how we did it and share with you guys things that work, things that don't work, and things that we don't know about.
Yeah. We started 4C Fitness because people would ask us how we were having so much success, and we realized our passion to help others along the way. I got my NASM CPT, and we started the 4C Fitness Show, and here we are. We forge partnerships with other health and fitness professionals like you guys, average2athlete,
Yep.
and we're here to kind of share a variety of sustainable information. The fitness world grows and changes very quickly, and I know it can be hard to keep up with, so we want to bring you guys everything that's going on out there. Our 4 C's are choose, commit, challenge, and change. We feel these 4 components are the key to creating a successful, healthy lifestyle. We want to thank everyone who's been tuning in. Welcome to our new viewers and followers, and if you have anything you want to know about, you can always reach out to us. We heard this weekend that we should cater more to guys.
So guys, speak up. If you're watching and you're tired of, maybe hearing too much about the girls, just reach out. We'd like to know what you guys want to hear about.
Definitely, and we'll do the research and we'll find the guests and we'll bring them to you. So don't be shy.
Done and done.
Maybe the girls are just less shy, guys.
That's true. The 4C Fitness Show has our first anniversary.
Who are those girls on that show?
4C Fitness Show.
I've heard of them.
So our first anniversary is coming up July 2nd.
So exciting.
Very exciting.
Last Tuesday, we did not have a show because we were on a really cool radio show called Mez in Ya Mental.
Mezzy.
That was so much fun.
She was so cool.
She was her last radio show at your college ever, and we were her guests, and it was amazing.
It was a lot of fun.
And we cannot wait to share it. As soon as she has that posted, we will be spreading the word about that.
Yeah, we talked all about 4C. That was fun.
Yeah, WBLI the next morning.
Yeah.
Which is a Long Island radio station. Long Island.
Long Island.
Reppin' LI.
So some people really like to say Strong Island. So
nope. Not
some
us.
people really like to say that, but not
nope.
us. Are you guys laughing? You can laugh out loud.
I was holding it
You
in.
can LOL.
We are
It's
from
okay.
Long Island, so we can make fun of ourselves.
Yes. We also attended a UWIB, which is the United Women in Business Foundation event with Miss Motivational, Michelle Gordon, who's been on our show and is a constant supporter of us and mutual supporting going on there. Shout out to the awesome ladies that we met that night. Looking forward to more events with you guys.
Definitely. And if you want to get some really cute and inspiring fitness gear, you can check out Chase Infinite. Put in code FITNESS and you'll get 20% off each purchase. With each purchase, $1 is donated to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the American Heart Association, and or Roswell Park Cancer. So you're getting some really cool gear, and it's going to a good cause.
And the Power Ice giveaway and review is to come after we finish our second round of Whole 30, which we started sometime last week.
Last Monday.
It feels like forever. We love Whole 30.
Loving it.
We feel amazing.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever tried Whole 30?
We have. It was great.
Isn't it amazing?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You finish and you feel like you don't want to put anything bad in your body after that.
Yeah.
No, and this is our second round, and like I think we feel even better this time.
Yeah.
So,
Like I could just do it forever.
yeah.
Time for another one, Katie.
So far, so good.
Go for it.
And this is you, Lee, the last.
Oh.
No, right? Nope. I
Nope.
skipped. And in case anyone's forgotten, we love Energy Bits. They power us through every single workout. I don't think I could work out without them now. And if you guys want to check them out, our ambassador code is 4C, FOURC. And with that, you can get 30% off your bag of bits.
Love those bits.
Powered by.
The color run is this Saturday, May 31st. And we did an amazing job of training for it. If you can see me, I am shaking my head no. Because that never happened.
We just had no time to run. Like, it just doesn't.
We're just busy running in between, the kitchen and work, basically.
And
Back and forth.
the gym.
The gym.
Like the actual gym,
Yeah.
not the outside running.
Yeah. So we're going to be down at the color run, and we're going to try our best. And it's at City Field. I'm sure you can still sign up if you want to join us.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Have y'all done a color run before?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we know it's not too serious.
Yeah, we did it last year. It was fun.
So
I feel
did
like
we.
I got more
We probably
exercise
were-
at like the concert after.
Yes, that was the best.
Yeah.
Did you guys do it down at in Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were there too. Yay.
We didn't train for that one either, and we kind of just walk ran it for
Yeah.
It was
fun.
also
it's
100
fun.
degrees.
Yeah, it was really
Oh, it was
hot.
really hot.
Yeah. Crazy. All right, we
right.
are moving on to the exercise excitement. So we had an awesome workout last week with Kenny from Paying His Fitness Method. Kenny will be on our show on June 17th. We can't wait to share all about that. I was so sore the next day. It was the greatest pain in the world.
It was a really
weird,
good
though.
workout. He was killer. He was really killer.
Really cool. So we got some input from Average to Athlete on their favorite workouts for exercise excitement. And you guys shared a few specific ones. You want to let us know about those?
Yeah, absolutely. We both pretty much love squats. Squats make it in most of our workouts.
Nice.
Yeah, they're pretty fantastic. So I personally also love the single leg deadlift. I feel it. It's like a sleeper. I feel it the next day every time I do it.
Nice.
Also kettlebell swings. I'm thinking about competing, so I'm having some fun with that right now.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like I could kettlebell swing for days.
Right?
Like, never stop swinging.
I've tried to do it. The competition's for 10 minutes.
Right.
I make it to about 2. It's tough.
Really?
10 minutes of
10
swing.
minutes.
No, it's like a clean and press.
Oh,
cycle.
okay.
It's tough.
Oh, wow. That is tough.
Yeah.
I'm with you with the love of the bells, though, so
Yeah.
really cool. And then a little more generally, you shared about Metcons.
Yeah, I kind of love Metcons.
Cool. So what's
they're-
that all about?
They're quick, it's high intensity, it's over fast, and often they're measurable. So you can either set a time and try to beat your score, or beat your number that you got last time. So I'm pretty competitive. We both are. So we love them.
So what kind of a workout, like what kind of a move would you do in a Metcon? Like, would it be a series of moves or?
Julia's kind of the Metcon queen.
Yeah,
so.
usually it's a combination of a few different things. Anything that's gonna. My least favorite moves in a Metcon
There you
are
go.
thrusters and wall balls. That's a terrible combination. Most people don't like burpees. Those are good to throw in there because they're body weight. I don't mind them
I kinda
because
love them.
you just kind of look at the floor and put your head down and keep going. At least there's no weight to pick up.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, anything that's gonna get you moving. Usually done at high intensity, like Katie said, and they're fun to get
So
competitive.
is it kind
with.
of like a WOD or like a?
It's a WOD.
Yeah.
I mean, there are WODs that are Metcons. There are WODs that are more slow in strength, not for
Gotcha.
time.
Right.
But typically, when you hear
For
people
time.
say WOD, they're referring to a Metcon.
If you're not a CrossFit person, a WOD is the workout of the day, or it's usually timed, and you do as many as you can in a certain number of times. So, for those who might not be familiar with WOD, Metcon, all these
terms,
all these
new terms we're
Oh, that's
talking about today
crazy.
for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe not new, which is like us. So
Yeah, and if you guys want to check out a few awesome workouts to try on your own, if you actually go to Average to Athlete's website, we'll post the link. They have some really cool workouts posted there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
average2athlete.com. You go to fitness, right, and workouts? Is it the
yeah,
menu?
and a
Yeah.
lot of stuff is on Instagram. We post one each week that people
Yeah.
can do.
And
yeah, their
videos.
Instagram is great.
Yes, you guys have millions of Instagram followers.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
a lot of our content is. So
Cool.
people like pictures. So
Yes,
pictures and
they do.
videos.
Works.
Definitely.
Awesome.
On to the hit list.
Two of
So-
my fave songs. I couldn't wait for this. Sorry, I had to cut in there.
Go right ahead. You know I don't mind.
I was like, yes, good pick.
No, they are good picks. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, wait a minute. Did Michelle pick these songs? And she was like, oh, Average to Athlete picked these songs.
They're on repeat.
Yeah.
Nice. So Calvin Harris, Summer. Love it. Does Sean have the... I'm like, do we get to hear it?
Yeah, it's
We
coming.
do get to hear it. There we go.
I overplay this song. I'm
I
sorry.
know, I'm starting to get.
I know.
I play it a lot in class.
I'm like, Summer! I'm going to be sick of it before summer even really starts.
It's like summertime sadness.
Yeah.
Summer.
It's really good, though. Totally gets you pumped no matter what you're doing, I feel like.
Absolutely.
And I love the second one, too.
I know.
I listened to it on my way over. I mean, I've heard it.
Yeah.
Obviously,
even know
but
this
never
one.
even thought about it for like a workout.
Yeah, it
but
kind of snuck up on me.
yeah, Shakira Empire. And I was like, oh, we totally need to add this to our playlist.
I didn't know this was her.
Really?
The first time I heard it, like, randomly. And then she did it at the Billboard Awards.
Yeah, that's when we saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts out slow, but it
Mm-hmm.
really kind of takes
And then
off.
it picks up.
Guys, I don't know if I know this song.
Mhm. Sean, leave it for a few.
I need the chorus.
This is a slower version of the chorus.
Okay.
It comes
Yeah,
up
it picks
now.
up later,
I was
too.
going to say, I need the techno version.
The remix.
Kind of like the John Legend techno.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's
Tiesto
another
remix.
All of a sudden, a first dance at a wedding became like a
Yeah.
total dance song.
Love it. No, but this one picks up, and this one's good if you're doing some kind of workout that has like a little bit of everything in it.
Yeah.
You need those moments
Here
where you
it
need to
is.
focus.
Here it comes.
Anything loud. I like earphones is good.
Keep you distracted.
Anything that blows out my eardrums.
I'm down.
Anything I
Sign
will
me
regret in
up.
10 years?
Thanks, Shawno.
Awesome. Those are the picks of the week. Thanks, ladies. And for the recipe of the week, we have egg muffins. The other day, I was just like, egg muffins. Lisa and I have talked about
always wanted
McMuffin? I don't know.
That's what I thought. Like my eyes were like, whoa, they chose like what kind of egg McMuffins do they make?
We've talked about making these many times and we haven't, so tell
They're
us.
so stupid easy. They've saved my life. I'm a big egg person. I've always had egg for breakfast. And when I started having to leave the house
saved your
at
life.
4:30 in the morning, I had no time to make eggs anymore.
Right.
So I make these. They make me. I eat 3 at a time. So
Nice.
it's 4 days worth of eggs. They're so
perfect.
simple. You mix 12 eggs worth of whites and throw whatever cooked vegetables you want in, and
You could
you're good to go.
also chop up bacon and throw it in there.
You can
if you're
also
a
put
bacon
cheese
eater.
or sausage.
Nice.
I try to keep it clean.
Avocado. Nice. And how do you heat them up? Just throw them in the microwave or?
I eat everything cold.
Okay.
I eat everything cold.
Everything comes out of a cooler.
I've heated them up before. They're good heated up. I'll sometimes take a piece of bacon, wrap the actual like cupcake tin in it, and then crack an egg in it. Is another easy way to make them.
All of a
So,
sudden,
you
it's
know.
like being on Pinterest. All of a sudden,
I'll say bacon a lot today.
bacon.
Now we just need to find a Whole30 compliant sugarless bacon. They have it online. You can order it, but it's always sold
It's
out.
constantly sold
Oh,
out. It's
yeah.
in back order.
I try and look for uncured and like words like that, but
Yeah.
I'm sure they're not Whole30 compliant.
It's really
Apparently
hard
not.
to find because I kind of do miss bacon. That's the one thing.
I miss it a lot. Definitely.
And there are actually more awesome recipes on Average to Athlete's website. That's one of their fortes, sharing really great, clean recipes.
We've
So check that
enjoyed
out.
browsing those recipes.
Yes. I saw some protein muffins on there.
Yeah,
Who's
I have
that?
a lot of different varieties of protein muffins.
Mm-hmm.
I actually started making them without throwing the whey protein in there because I felt like it was kind of a waste of protein because
Okay.
you only put like 2 scoops for the recipe. So that's
Right.
what, like
It's a
a
few
tablespoon
grams,
per muffin.
right.
Yeah.
But just in general, muffins I'll throw almond butter in there. I make them with coconut flour usually.
Nice.
Really ripe bananas so that you get the sweetness without having to add sugar.
Yeah, I've actually made muffins like that. Just almond butter and a banana and like these.
They're so
like
easy.
no ingredients at all. You're
Yeah.
like, how does this become
Amazing.
a muffin?
I know, and they're so good. Lately, I started putting chai tea packets in there, so I'll cut one open and just dump it in like the batter, and it makes it with like apples or bananas. It makes it, it adds good
that's
flavor.
creative.
You gotta add like 3 tea packets, but
This is crazy.
I'm looking for
I don't know if
these.
you could actually eat the stuff in there, but I saw it online.
Average to Athlete, the bakery. Coming soon.
I assume it's okay. I'm still alive.
There you go.
You know
That's
what?
all
You
that
got to
matters.
get creative when you're trying to eat clean and you need some variety.
Exactly.
Exactly. It gives you more flavor for no calories.
And so speaking of calories,
Speaking of, oh my God.
the cheat of the week.
I know. Did you think I picked this cheat as well?
I totally was like, Michelle, like, totally chose these things. No, there's no. I can't even believe it. Okay, their cheat of the week is Froyo. Favorite 16 handles.
It's the death of me.
We love some frozen yogurt.
It's so good. Like like not like okay, here's like some plain yogurt with some fruit.
Nope.
Like
Cookie dough, Reese's Bites, topped with fudge, sprinkles, like the whole nine.
I go to the I'll
with
put
you.
cookie dough on the bottom. Then I'll go back,
Oh.
put yogurt in. Then I'll put brownies. Then I'll go back, put yogurt. I make a little
Michelle?
parfait.
Yeah.
Do you do
She's
that
beating
too?
me.
That's the way to do it.
You totally need to do it up like that.
I know. We should have a average
I think we all
athlete
need to go
4C
down there.
froyo date.
And,
You have to go when it's
put that
not
on
crowded,
Instagram.
or people get really upset.
They do. They get mad at you.
I'm always trying to go at like 10 a.m. It's not open then.
10 p.m.
I wish.
You're like, well, it's 12 o'clock somewhere.
Yep.
Give me my froyo.
I love it.
How many times do you guys
Breakfast.
usually hit 16 handles? Try to keep it to a minimum.
I try to keep it to once a week. It's more like 3 times a week.
Wow.
If you
I
guys
go
can
through
do it and
stages.
still look great, that's awesome.
It's like, I'll go through a few weeks where, because once you start eating sugar
Yes.
on a
You
regular
want
basis,
it.
you start to crave
rough.
it. So then I feel like I need to like cut it out for a while.
Mhm.
So one night a week turns into like 3 after a while, and then I have to cut it back to 1.
Yep.
But it
Cool.
works.
Very
It's
normal.
fine.
Yeah.
We all go through it.
We all do.
Exactly.
Everyone's happy. It's happening to
Everyone,
everybody.
and that kind of will bring us into our real talk because look at that.
That was very
I like the bell.
you like the bell? Every time you say bacon, I'm gonna ring it.
But I'm gonna go back for 1 second. The other
Yes.
cheat was anything chocolate peanut butter, which is basically my entire froyo. It's just all chocolate peanut butter.
Absolutely.
If they don't have peanut butter sauce, I have no use for them. So
Chocolate
fired.
peanut butter Haagen-Dazs is one of my. I went through a stage where I was buying the individual size ones like every night
Those are
because I'm like, oh, it's like
300 calories each.
Yeah, oh yeah.
yeah. So delicious the coconut ice cream, chocolate peanut butter, killer.
very good.
Yeah.
never
so
had
we're
that.
right there with you guys. Try it.
I will.
Awesome. So yeah, we are gonna go.
talk,
We
real talk.
haven't done a real talk yet.
That was real. That was not planned.
You guys are meant to be.
Oh, we love it. So we've done real talks like on the subway, and we posted one of Lisa's, and I have one to post. But this will be our first live real talk, and with you guys as well. Feel free if you have something to share. Basically, the point of real talk is kind of strip it away. It's unscripted, something that you've struggled with, something you struggled with recently, something that you constantly struggle with. So when you brought up the sugar, how it goes 3 nights and then you have to cut it back to 1 night. That is something I struggle with often. Definitely when we have the cheat Friday night becomes the cheat Saturday, becomes the cheat Sunday. And that's kind of why we jump back to Whole30. So real talk, you guys have seen Lisa and I on our journey for a long time, and we've lost a lot of weight and we've seen great success, but we fall just like everyone else. And it's hard sometimes when we fall because we fall hard and we have to pick ourselves back up, and we gain like 5 or 10 pounds here and there, and
I
then we
almost
take it off again.
I'm thankful that we even do this because
Yeah.
I feel like if we didn't have 4C, that I don't know, like sometimes I feel like this is my accountability.
Right.
Like, okay, I'm doing a show every week and here I am sitting down to, this giant thing of froyo, and then I'm going to have some dark chocolate and all that other stuff. I'm like, how can I possibly sit here and preach anything if I'm going to actually be doing the opposite?
Right.
So it is a total struggle. It's a struggle for us all the time, and I'm glad that we're back on Whole30 and hopeful reset right there and have a different outlook. And even this time on Whole30, I'm thinking about food even more differently than I did the first time around.
And that is the point of Whole30. So
Yeah.
the fact that we've done this is kind of a way for us to break some of those habits. Whole30 is about helping you to get over eating when you have cravings, sugar addictions, things like that. So it kind of goes deeper than just a diet. It goes to have you recognize when you're feeling those cravings and how to not eat fruit instead, or how to just kind of get over that and get rid of the habitual things that you do and the moments when you feel stressed and you end up eating. So it's a really cool way to kind of reset and look at that. And definitely the second time around, I'm finding it to be much more eye-opening, and I'm actually craving things less. So it's
Same
pretty
here,
cool.
yeah. The first time it was definitely difficult.
Yeah.
Did you guys find cravings when you guys did Whole30 or not so much?
Oh yeah, I think part of it too is socially. Like when I would go out to eat with people, I wouldn't want to be the person that like orders like a salad and hold the cheese and no bread for me, because people give you a hard time about it. They're like, oh, what, you're not eating gluten? Are you jumping on that trend? And you're like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm doing this for me. Like you kind of have to get over that and do it all or not do it. So
That's really
I mean-
important because we do the same thing. We go to barbecues over the weekend. Everyone's like, oh, they're not eating this. Oh, they're not eating that. You guys get the same thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or you get the what can you eat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that question.
But it's nice when you have friends and family who are supportive, which we do have.
Oh, yeah,
and
we
they'll be like,
definitely
we want
have
to make
those.
sure we have stuff there that you guys can eat, and they understand that it's something that we do for our health and for how we feel. I don't not eat gluten to be trendy. I don't eat gluten because it makes me feel shitty when I do eat it.
Exactly.
So, and if you have the chance to experiment with going gluten-free or going grain-free or seeing what it is in your diet dairy-free that makes you feel differently, then you might find as well, yeah, I don't think I should eat that either because I feel better when I don't. So it's not always about being trendy or being on a diet. It's about doing what's best for you. And I posted that today. We're coming up on 1 year on our anniversary, and our journey's become much more than just weight loss. So
Definitely.
yeah, cool.
That was real.
That was real.
I was waiting for the bell.
Do you love the bell?
I do.
All right, let's
right.
get on
Let's get on.
to the guests of the week.
So you might be wondering who are Average to Athlete? How did you guys stumble upon these lovely ladies? So we actually met Julia at the CMC pre-race event down at the Reebok, or up at the Reebok Fit Hub. It was the Upper East Side, correct? And we got to go through a little bit of a CMC pit workout there, and we met her, which was awesome. And I'm glad that we partner up with you guys. A little more about them. They're two friends, Julia and Kayte. They met at New York Sports Club, and they immediately bonded over their love of fitness and their competitive nature, which is really cool. They found that they were constantly sharing workout ideas and recipes with each other, and they thought, well, if we're doing this, then how many more people could benefit from this, and let's share our fitness obsession with more people. And thus, Average to Athlete was born. And they like to provide insight on how to make healthier choices in both fitness and health. I did it. It's been a while, but I did it.
You did it.
That
That was a great one.
This is an issue in my family. We twist our words all the time. I don't know if it's a form of like dyslexia, but yeah, I'm having. So I meant fitness and health.
There you go. You got it.
And
Hang on, Michelle.
regardless of your budget, your busy lifestyle, or anything else that might get in the way, they kind of share ways that you can get over that. Clean recipes, which we talked about, workouts and exercises, favorite swag, whatever it is, they're gonna share that with you guys. Anything more you guys want to share about Average to Athlete and what you guys are all about?
I mean, it's funny you said we immediately bonded over our love of fitness. We used to go to the gym every morning. We would see each other at like 6 a.m. and I would look at her and be like, oh, what's that girl doing today? And she would like look at me. And finally, one of the trainers there was doing like a class that you had to sign up for. And we both signed up for it and had each other to compete with. And we're like, oh, do you want to start a fitness blog? I was like, yeah, I've always wanted to do that. So it was cool. We kind of held each other accountable. And I don't think either of us would have actually
Absolutely not.
done it without the other.
That's
awesome.
great. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I love it.
So there's a little something for everyone on their site, and whatever it is that you guys are looking for, you can probably find it there. Whether you're a beginner or you're a seasoned fitness enthusiast, there's definitely something for you there. And we're going to go into their bios a little bit so you can learn more about them individually.
Right. So we have Julia, who's actually sitting next to Michelle.
Yes.
Hello.
With her braid.
With her braid. That is showing. Very nice. Julia Avery, born and raised in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting.
Yep. I missed it.
Aww. Currently living and working in NYC. She loves health and fitness. And baking, obviously. And bacon. Bacon and baking.
Baking and bacon.
Have you-
Bacon.
Baking with bacon.
Have you ever tried the chocolate-covered bacon shop up in, like, some place? Where is that, Harlem? Where is that?
It's on upper
She's going to go right
I
now.
might leave now.
Run.
upper east or west. We actually ordered it here at my studio last year for someone's birthday. Forgot what the place is called. I'll get it for you.
We'll have to look
but
it up.
they have everything's bacon.
Everything's bacon.
Ooh.
It's
pretty
bacon
good.
and everything.
All right.
So
I don't know
anyway.
how I don't know about this. I feel like you guys are teasing me.
No, it's
Definitely
real.
not.
It's real.
We can go together one day. Okay, sorry. Back to Julia's bio. She has a gymnastics background, and you sort of stopped gymnastics for a little while and decided to get back into fitness again. Correct?
Yes. that is
Running in college, you developed a love for it.
I did.
That's pretty cool.
Started doing half marathons.
That's
which was
awesome.
It was fun. I hated running as a child. My dad would like make me do these 5Ks and I hated it. I hated it so much. I was like, how do my parents run? This is so boring. And then in college, I was like, oh, okay. This like helps you stay in shape. It's not too bad. All right.
They were trying to teach me something
They
back
were.
then.
Yeah. It took me like 10 years to learn, but it's okay.
And your choice of fitness now is CrossFit?
Yes.
And high intensity interval training, also a favorite of mine, even though it kills me. And also you thank your good friend Dennis, who's also your personal trainer.
Yeah, so I started training with him at New York Sports Club, and he kind of introduced me to kettlebells, the whole idea of high intensity training. I always kind of made my own workouts, and while I was like staying fit, I never really got that excited about it. I wasn't as creative, so he showed me kind of a whole different way. Circuit training is kind of what he showed me how to do. So
Cool.
And he brought Kayte and I together because he taught the class that we did. So
That's awesome. Hey, Dennis.
And your latest lifestyle change, and I know you said you need to update your bio, but is clean eating.
yeah, so like a year ago, I started eating a lot better, and that's when I started noticing that like, oh, diet plays a huge part in how like your physique looks.
We say it all the time.
Yeah,
It's a lot of diet.
I mean, I always knew that, but until something clicked, like I used to go out a lot more, so I started drinking a little less, eating a lot better, stopped caring what people thought about me eating healthy, and I noticed a difference, and so that kind of is what made me stick with it. Once you actually
That's
see
awesome.
change, you know.
That's
That's
really cool.
great.
Yeah.
I like that. And just like Whole30 teaches us too, like food as fuel, and it's like a major thing, especially, you know, when you're working out, that, you know, food becomes more of just like, it's just not something for me to sit down as an entertainment all the time. It's
Right.
kind of like something that your body needs. So that's cool.
Exactly.
And you love Spartan race activities, like Spartan races.
Yeah. Kayte and I did a Spartan race. When was it? Last September? No, 2 Septembers ago.
years
It was a while ago now. We've done a few CMCs. I think it's cool. It combines. It makes everything that you're training for have a purpose.
That's true.
Because you're like,
Motivation
oh, I
towards
need
it.
to be strong so I can climb over this wall. Or, and like the latest, we'll talk about this later, is using that to help other people realize that they can train for something too. So
Cool. And you are an instructor at the fitting room in NYC.
Yep.
Cool. We still need to make it down there.
Yes, you do.
We will get there.
We will. I need to.
And for more info, you can check out average2athlete and click on Julia's bio to read more about her.
Yes, and I have Katie's info here. So you're a personal trainer at Equinox on the Upper East Side, a private fitness trainer, competition prep coach, and co-founder of the health and fitness blog Average to Athlete. So you said that fitness is always a passion of yours, and you realized about 2 years ago that you wanted to help others discover their passion for health and fitness as well.
I'm a CPA, so I did accounting full time for 6 years. And then about 2 years ago, I just, I haven't had enough. I've always been active, and sitting at a desk really wasn't for me. So I thought, like, what can I do? What do I love to do? I love fitness.
Cool.
And
That's amazing.
there's nothing better than helping other people find out that they love fitness too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I quit my accounting job and I leapt and
Nice. And you had
That's
a little bit of a
awesome.
background as well, though, in gymnastics and cheerleading. And
Yeah.
you actually cheerleaded for the NBA. I don't think I knew this.
yeah, I cheered for the Nets for 2 years.
Cool.
And then I still actually do some cheerleading for that's confusing, but the NBA organization, so anything non-team specific. So
Cool.
I've kind of traveled the world with them. I've been pretty lucky.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
That's really
That
awesome.
sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And also for more info on Kayte, you can check out, we'll post her personal website as well as her blog. Her bio is on the Average to Athlete blog as well.
So Michelle had pulled up this really cool blog from your website, how to build a resistance training program, which a lot of people, they prefer to train themselves because they maybe don't have money for a personal trainer, maybe don't have the time to really dedicate, but are, want to work out at home maybe. So I found it to be very interesting. I mean, we used to follow this as well. Michelle actually taught me that you have to, it's all about balancing out your workout while you're doing it.
Right.
Correct? Okay, I'm a little slow, but I catch on. Like, correct, Michelle?
I'm sorry. I thought you were looking at Julia.
I'm like,
So if you want to create your own resistance training program, you kind of have to have an understanding of all the muscle groups and what you should work together and, during the week and kind of like time it out, correct? So if you guys could like give us a little rundown of like, say, should somebody, do back and chest or, legs and arms? Like, when should all of this be done and situated?
Well, I think it really depends on what your goals are, which we kind of touched on there too. Like some people want to be stronger, other people want to lose weight, some people want, to be able to lift really heavy stuff just once. So I think that all depends on what you want to do, but however you want to structure it, whether you're, gonna split your back and buys and then the next day do your chest and tries, like that's fine if that's how you want to do it, but just keep it balanced. I think a lot of people, especially, it's a stereotype, but guys in the gym, they just do chest all the time, and then they're unbalanced, and they have bad posture, and they have back problems, and like later in life, it comes back to haunt them. And
Chest Mondays.
Yeah, exactly. So, there's a million ways to structure it depending on your goals, but just staying balanced and staying injury free and making sure that you're really working, all planes of movement, all the muscles that you can. That's what's important.
Yeah, and I also liked how you touched on how people have a lot of posture issues, and how it's good to stretch the chest, strengthen the back, kind of pull the shoulders back, things like that. Yeah, and it makes you sit up straight while you're talking about it.
I know.
But I myself, I sit all day at a desk, and I realize that I have a little bit of upper cross. I'm working on it with my trainer as well. But it's really important if you're just going to jump into the gym, that you think about, do I sit all day? What kind of issues might I have up here? You're not just going to jump in and just work your chest all day, like you said, so balancing that all out. So really interesting article.
And I like that it also goes through like how many, how much weight, how many reps, depending on how far you want to go. Do you want to be like super strong? You just sort of want to have endurance, things like that. So you guys should definitely, we'll post the link to this blog on our site, but also check out average2athlete.com. They have some awesome tips on there.
Yeah, really good blog, guys.
Cool. Thank you.
So on to some questions for you guys. Yeah. So we know how you guys met and got started in Average to Athlete. What is your favorite part about it?
We really have loved all the positive feedback that we get, mainly through Instagram. But we actually get a lot of private messages too. Just somebody, a post will really touch them and they say, this has really changed the way that I eat, or, this is exactly what I'm going through. I'm glad you shared that. So all of the feedback that we're getting back from people, it's not only like makes us feel like we're doing it for a reason, like, yay, people are reading this, but it's encouraging and it kind of keeps us going, so it's motivating for us too.
Like you said, it keeps us accountable. Like there are days when I'm like, oh, I don't feel like posting my workout today, does anyone really care? I'm like, no, actually there are people. Like at the CMC I saw a random girl who was like, hey, are you Julia from Average to Athlete? I love your stuff, it's so motivational. I was like, thank you, you just motivated me to do my next Instagram post. Like, just knowing that people out there are actually watching, and she even said it, like, because of you I've started doing some things to motivate other people, so it's kind of like a
pay it
train.
forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
That's really cool. What do you guys feel took you? I mean, would you really have called yourselves average before? I mean, I don't know how athletic you were prior, but do you feel like there was something specific that took you from quote unquote average to being now as athletic as you are?
I think it's a lot of it's a mindset. I know that I do CrossFit, and one of the things I love about it is that they call their members athletes, which, like, if you just go to a gym, you don't necessarily, you're like, oh, I'm going to work out. You don't always refer to yourself as an athlete, but when someone else calls you that, you're like, oh. And so then when you think of yourself as an athlete, it kind of plays into what you're eating, how much sleep you're getting, like things, because you're like, okay, I'm an athlete, I need to act like one. I need, everything I put in my body is fueling that. So once I started like training more for performance and caring about getting better, I started to kind of act like an athlete, I guess, in the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's an encouraging way of looking at it for people who maybe haven't been able to, like, who maybe are having a disconnect with getting to the gym. Maybe if they were to shift their mindset into that direction, it would motivate them more. So that's really cool. Nice.
What about you, Kayte?
I mean, I'm totally on the same page. It's all your mindset. What kind of did it for me is, I know it sounds silly because it's cheerleading, which, it's always a big debate. Like, is cheerleading a sport?
A sport, yes.
Which, by the way, in New York it is now, as of 2 weeks ago.
I believe it.
But I didn't know that. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Kayte lobbied for that.
I know. When I went to college, I was 18 years old, and I made the cheerleading squad at Delaware, and they hand you the sheet, and it's like, okay, here's your cardio routine, and here's your lifting routine. And I was in the gym every day in the summer.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we went to school in the summer, and we're doing 2-day practices before anybody shows up. And during the school year, we did 5 a.m. lifting twice a week, and our season ran from July until basketball season was over. So it was longer than any other sport. We got injured more than any other sport. We really worked hard. We didn't have a Christmas break. We did 2-a-days for our own competition. So like at that point, when we would look to the other sport teams and we were working harder than them and doing more than them, that's when it really clicked for me. Like, we're athletes. I'm not just doing this, I'm not just on the sideline. I'm not just like working out in the gym. Like, we're athletes.
That's intense.
That's awesome.
That's very cool.
Opposite of my college experience.
Me too.
Same.
I quit playing organized sports when I was 15, so I didn't think of myself as an athlete at all until I started like working out on my own recently. Right. So
we were lifting pizza boxes.
Yeah, we were
pizza boxes,
Ben and Jerry's pint,
beer cans. Yeah. Kayte was working out.
See, no, though anyone out there can be an athlete, so it
absolutely
depends on what you see.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Where do you want to move on to here, Michelle?
So, I mean, we kind of talked about this a little bit, but what is your motivation and inspiration to kind of like stay dedicated to your fitness aside from, you know, inspiring others and seeing those results? Is there anything else that keeps you going on those mornings when you don't want to go to the gym at 6 a.m. or whatever?
Well, now I work out at 1 p.m., so
nice.
benefits of not having a day job anymore. For me, like CrossFitting, I really want to start. I signed up for my first competition in July, actually.
Wow,
it's an
awesome.
all-girls competition in
Good
Queens.
luck.
So having performance goals has helped me so much, because then it's not like, oh, I'm working out to look better. It's like, oh, I'm working out to actually get better and get stronger. And if I eat right, then the physical results come with it. So
cool.
Having competitions to focus on for me is what's pushing me right now.
Yeah, definitely. I don't have anything coming up, but you know, being on a program like I was for the CMC, just having something that, you know, tells you what to do. You know, I plan it out ahead of time, and then I just go in and I do it.
Gotta have a plan.
That's really helpful.
Cool. Speaking of the CMC, tell us a little bit about the race in the Poconos last weekend.
We have a photo.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's from the fitting room site.
Yeah.
I like the one of me like this. I was talking to my judge, like, is this right?
You guys are all muddy. I love it.
How'd you guys do?
Yeah.
As a team, you know, I was so concerned with everyone finishing, and like, I don't even know how we did as far as like
but
rank.
I can't remember.
I don't either.
No worries. But how
point
did you
is,
feel?
everyone finished.
Cool.
Our team that we organized, I'm pretty sure Kayte and I were the only ones who had ever done a CMC before. So
nice.
It was everyone's first time.
That's great.
Which was awesome. Like, the fact that many people signed up and trusted us to, you know, everyone was hesitant at first.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't think I could do something like this. And I'm like, you can. Trust me, you can. And they trusted us. And they did it.
Yeah.
That's
And they did
amazing.
awesome.
And they
So,
loved it.
That's
yeah,
great.
It was
That's
a
so
gorgeous
cool.
day, too. So we couldn't complain.
Really
Awesome.
cool. So what was the CMC training regimen like? And I know you guys kind of extended that to your team as well and shared with them how to train. What did that look like?
We did. We actually put out, I think, an 8-week program. It consisted of 2 days of Metcons, because we love them. One of them was kind of pit focused. So, you know, the pit is, I don't know if everybody knows, but the pit's, it's a 5-minute AMRAP before you...
as many rounds and reps as possible.
There you go. Before you start the race. So everyone has to do that. There's a bunch of different divisions. So we kind of gave them a Metcon that was focused on the pit so they could get better there, and then another one later in the week just to work on their conditioning. We also had 2 days of, you know, total body resistance training. One was kind of heavier weights, lower reps. The other was the opposite. We gave them some moves within that. We would say, you know, do your strength training today, which also kind of goes along with that blog post, how to build one.
Right.
And we would say, you know, do pull-ups today because you need a lot of that strength. Or do army crawls too. So we did a lot of that, and then we also incorporated cardio.
Nice.
There'd be short cardio bursts, you know, like a 2-mile walk or something. We did a lot of uphill
or interval
stuff.
training, sprints.
And we'd have one long day, you know, run 5 miles.
So did people work out with you guys, or did you share this like on your social sites, like, or did you have an email blast going?
We shared it. It was on our website. We updated it every week.
Cool.
And along with that, the Metcon later in the week was also our workout of the week, which we call our WOW.
Our 8A WOW.
Cool.
So cute. I love that.
Yeah, so we shared it there. And then sometimes, you know, like I'd be at Equinox doing some of the things and people would pop in and do it with me there. Yeah, so.
Just to let you guys know, everything that they're sharing, and it's completely like they're giving it to you. So it's really, yeah, it's really cool. It's not like they're getting anything out of it. Like, you know, they're not affiliated with the CMC. It was just something they signed up for. So they're completely and utterly kind of like we are, just sharing the information to benefit you. So it's really cool that you guys do that. And
That's
you take
amazing.
your time to do that. So thank you from everyone.
Thank you from us too, because we're gonna need that. What can an average person expect from a race like the CMC?
I think just that feeling of accomplishment of knowing you did it. Like, I remember seeing people posting on Facebook after the race, like, I did my first CMC. I'm so excited. Like, I'm so proud. And someone, I think it was your client, his mom shared a photo of him.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
I think it was your client. And it was like, I'm so proud of my son for doing this. And when I saw that, I was like, all right, this is why we do this. Like, it's amazing. And once they finished, they immediately were like, all right, when's Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Like, when's the next race?
Cool.
We're signing
Great.
up.
You guys are in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
there too. So
We'll be there.
Yeah, I can't wait. And what are some of the obstacles along the way? Like, there's mud. Is it a secret?
Is there fire?
No.
Is there
Tell them-
fire and
tell them about our
electrocution?
favorite obstacle.
No fires.
Okay, good.
Well, there was a slip and slide that was my favorite. And if you look on our page, there's a picture of it. It was just cold and muddy and wet and fast, and I ended up with rocks in my pants.
There's one of Kayte getting a mud facial. She's like,
I was just drenched with mud. It went in my mouth and my teeth. So that
Awesome.
that was my favorite.
I will
Holy
not
cow.
be wearing my glasses that day.
No. Wow.
I'd say the worst part was the cold water we had to go through.
Or the snow.
Or the snow. But the water, like, I'd never had that experience of when cold water hits your lungs. It takes your breath away.
Yeah.
So I couldn't breathe in the wave pool. I was like, do I have asthma? Like, what's going on? And then after we got out, other people said the same thing. I was like, all right, I'm normal.
How are they going to bring that into the parking lot in Brooklyn?
They didn't have anything like that in Brooklyn.
Because I know the CMC course, the Poconos course is like at a resort, so that makes
They
sense.
had the wave pool,
Yeah.
and then there was actually like real water. I don't know, a lake. What was that? A pond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some really cold
Kinda
water.
gross.
A little bit gross.